Okay, it is saying we're live. We're a minute or two late. We had a 5:30 start time on today's show. Had some issues earlier, and we'll talk about that. And in the meantime, let me pull it up here. Notice there are some folks already in the chat, hanging out, having a good time on Tuesday. And let's see
Start
here.
time on today's show.
Okay, there we go. Got it up on the iPad. Kyle says, "Hey guys, still you here? B serves in the house. Mr. Q's in the house. Kyle's all over the place. Lance is in there. What's happening, guys? Hope everyone's well. Don't mind. I've been listening to Magical Mystery Tour in the meantime. There you go. Kevin's in the house. And did the show just start? Yes, just started. About a minute or two late. We had a 5:30 start time on today's show. Really strange things happened. A broadcast started at like 5 o'clock this morning, and I have no idea how it even happened. It just it said Steve calling live. It used one of the previous events or something. I don't think my account got hacked. I've got two-factor authentication, and nobody got in and did anything nefarious. So it was very strange that this stream just happened out of nowhere, and I didn't even notice it until I got texted by Steve and Brianna that there was a show going on, and it was just a blank screen, right? I guess it had Brianna's logo on it, so it streamed for like 6 hours or something ridiculous. It started like 5 in the morning. And so I deleted that, of course. It was a nothing stream. There was just, I guess, a black screen the whole time. But I think 160 people watched it. I have no idea how it happened, folks. If anybody can suggest how it happened, then we'll both know. Obviously, it was this machine here that was doing the streaming because it had her logo on it, the Brief It Dance logo. And that's in the software on the ATEM Mini Pro. And I did leave it in the on-air position, so it was sending the signal to YouTube Studio. But the second thing that has to do for live stream to happen is you have to start the stream in the YouTube Live Studio. So I don't know how that happened. So very strange. Very, very strange. Beer Service commenting on it. What happened to the Steve stream last night? Stayed up for 3 hours straight watching a black screen waiting for him to start up. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. So sorry, but you have to know that he is not going to broadcast at some bizarre time like that. It was like 5 in the morning Eastern time here in the U.S., so I think you can rest assured Steve is not going to be broadcasting at that time, and neither will I. Let's see, Kyle's in the house. Hey, Lance. And Bree is in the house. Leslie's in the house, and she sent an email. Excellent. We're getting started early on the emails. Mr. Q's in the house. Ghost in the machine. Holy water it, Craig. Yeah, I did change my password just to be safe. Brief It Dance says, hopefully the live streams don't have scams. Yeah, good point. Let's see. Maybe Brandon was doing a graduation prank. Hey, good point. Mr. Q's in the house. I know 2 excellent exorists. Okay, affordable. We might have to do that. All right, before we get into the topic of the show, which I have an interesting thing here to talk about. By the way, I got the stunner, the 002 stunner on wrist. Let's take a close look at that. It always deserves a close-up. It can survive a close-up, unlike some Hollywood starlets back in the day where they had to put Vaseline on the lens, right, to soften it. Some of them couldn't stand a close-up. This 002 absolutely can. The way the indices play with that light. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Stunning. Let's see. Oh, okay. We've got another comment here. 5 a.m. may be a good time for international shows. Yes, I think I agree with that. We just got to get a volunteer that's willing to do it at that hour. That wouldn't be me. Fellows in the house, Craig, I bought 2 Patagonia vests off eBay cheap. Hope they're the ones made in the USA. Hope you got that. That's got goes okay. All right, let's check the email. By the way, I did find something else interesting on eBay that I want to share with you guys. Don't let me forget before the show's over. I don't need it, but it's something interesting. Okay. Here is a ladies Omega. Here is a ladies Omega, 18 karat gold in stainless steel. I think it's a good looking piece, tell you the truth. I like the Seamaster. I mean, I had a Seamaster, same basic watch, but obviously bigger. Mine was a 36 mil, and I really liked it. I have no issues with these watches. I think these watches are cool. Let's see here, 26 mil. Quartz, which is good for a grab-and-go watch. The question is, would Lady Brianna think that this is elegant enough, or does she absolutely want to go 100% gold instead of steel and gold? That's the question here. It's a stunning piece, I have to say. And the condition looks pretty good. So, yeah. I think so. Here's what the back end looks like. It's always a good idea to check out the back end as well as the front end. Don't you all agree? And, of course, these have solid end links. They're good pieces. Let's put this on a watch list. Where's the here we go. Let's add it to a watch list just because we can. Free shipping from Texas. Not bad. Not a bad piece. Not a hateful piece. Okay, so there's one email out of the way. Craig, I went to a thrift store to look for some new old stock Church's shoes or Brooks Brothers shirts. No luck, but I noticed a lot of clothes would have USA on tags, but in the fine print in the corner, it would say made in China. Whoa, yeah, you got to be careful. People are trying to scam. Scammers. Scammers. All right, so thank you, Leslie, for sending that, Omega. I think it's cool. And Lance sent one, too. Lance sent an Omega also. Let's take a look at what Lance sent. Loading in. Oh, for crying out loud, pop-ups. Now, this one is a little bit ugly, I have to say. I'm not so sure about this one. And I hate the way Chrono24 puts their brand on all the photos. I mean, come on. Who's really trying to steal these photos, for gosh sakes? And why would you care? I'm not a fan of this particular watch. Not a big fan. But it is solid 18 karat gold. There's that. Now let's see, does it have a deployant? I might take back what I've been saying if it has a deployant. It's kind of funky the way the strap attaches to the case. No, it doesn't have a deployant. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not enamored with that one. Okay, let's see what else it says. Okay, bought a white gold Daytona with a Sigma dial yesterday. My first solid gold watch. Very happy today. Arnold in the house. Okay. You probably paid up for that one. Use service in the house after cleaning your house. For you, I think Bria deserves more than an old Omega. I agree. I think you're right. I think she deserves better than that. Leslie's in the house. The ladies, Omega is a lot of watch for the money. I think it's super cute. I'm addicted to watches, LOL. I agree, though, Leslie. I think that steel and gold one that you sent is very nice. Very nice. And it's a grab-and-go watch because it's quartz. It's got a screw-down crown. Probably does. I know the men's version does. I'm pretty sure that one does. So, yeah, they're pretty good. Let's see. Leslie, you should look into reversos. That would be sick. Kyle says, if you guys want to see some footage from Venice nowadays, I posted a video on my channel. Okay, hey, folks, go and subscribe to Kyle's channel. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, and be sure you are subscribed and getting notifications. All right, we're caught up on that. Now, here's something that I want to talk about. Close out these other. I'm not going to close out that one. I'll keep that one up. Closing out some tabs here. Just bear with me a second here. Closing out some of these watches that we're definitely not considering, at least for now. You never say never, right? Oh, there's that one. That would be killer. Can you imagine Bree wearing that in a dance video? I mean, how cool is that? But a little bit on the pricey side, a little bit on the high dollar side. Speaking of Bree, there's that photo we showed the other day, up on the mountain, up here on the mountain. Nice to have a mountain in the backyard. Okay, so this is the issue. This is the issue. This watch, I was looking closer on the other monitor, enlarged, and a couple of things came out at me. It looks like there's some discolorization on some of the gold, and it's very hard to see in these photos on this monitor. I saw it on my other big monitor. I'm looking on the laptop now. There's some like discoloration. You can see a little bit of it there, where it almost looks like it's tarnished or something. And I don't know. And the other thing I noticed is they do mention that it is rose gold in the description. It looks like yellow gold in this picture, but the white balance could be off. This certainly looks like yellow gold to me. But they mention that it is rose gold in the description. We go down here, and they say, where did they say it? Wait, no, this says case material yellow gold. Oh, it must have been a different watch. It must have been a different watch. Okay, there must be two of these things floating around. All right, so there must be two of them, folks. There must be one that's rose gold and then this one. So, all right, let's get in the chat here. Let's get something going on here. And this one is in, is this in Japan also? Yeah, Tokyo, Japan. Case material yellow gold, absolutely yellow gold. So it's not the same one. So no wonder I can't see the issues that I was seeing on the other one, because this is a different watch. I think we should suggest a price on this watch. I think we should suggest a price. Let's get a discussion going here, folks. What price should I suggest? They're charging $98 to ship it. Okay, $15.78 is the asking price. What do you think? It says suggest a price. What price should I suggest that would be a good deal? By the way, I looked into it and with the help of Lance, and the movements on these are pretty good. They're pretty solid. They're not a 9F, but they're a solid movement, and you know, very equivalent to a 9F in a lot of ways. Let's see here. Suggest $1,200 for the Credor. Okay. If you guys want to see some, okay, I already read that. Craig, if Bree's scantily clad cleanings videos do better than her fitness and dance videos, would she have to refocus her channel on that? Well, I mean, her focus is fitness, beauty, you know, having some fun here and there. I mean, I think anything that shows that she's fit and conscious of these things, and also, you know, keeping your space nice and all that, that's all positive too. That's all a good thing. And because of security concerns, I do not like to have a cleaning service come in and clean the place. I do it all myself. And so therefore, sometimes things get let go a little bit here and there, right? So it's nice to have somebody to help out. Yeah, it's nice to have somebody to help out. And I'll tell you one thing about the lovely lady Brianna, is she does not shy away from work. She will roll up the sleeves and get the work done. And that is, I think, admirable. By the way, I sent her some Bitcoin today. Because she did something very responsible today. I don't know if I should tell you guys this. She might get mad at me, but she paid off her car note. She had a car note. She owed about $2,300, I think, on the car. And she paid it off. Done. She has all her debts are paid off. And so I think she might still have a relatively small student loan debt. But I told her to not pay that off yet because, hey, it might get forgiven and all this mess that's going on, right? But everything else is paid off. She has no debt. And so now she can start saving and investing and do all those good things. And so I sent her some Bitcoin as a reward for doing that. I thought that was very responsible that she did that. Now Leslie says offer 1,000 for the Credor. Let's see here. Does Lance get a commission for finding the watch? Fella says 1,100. Before you offer anything, check out Leslie's next email. She found another gold Credor. Okay. Yes, absolutely. We don't have to be hasty here, folks. We'll take our time. This is a measure 7 times and cut once. But I think that's a good-looking Credor. But Leslie found another one, and Leslie has a sharp eye. Whoa. Holy cow. 866? Are you kidding me? Whoa. I'm assuming it's 18 karat gold? Whoa. And I love the drilled lugs for being able to easily switch the strap. I like it. Everybody, well, it's got drilled lugs. I like it. And it's very simple, very clean looking. Leslie, thank you very much for digging that one up. Okay, folks, he's only got 4 reviews. Verified dealer since 2020 in Japan. Makes me a little nervous. But quartz yellow gold. Doesn't say 18 karat yellow gold. Are we falling into a trap here, folks? Are we falling into a trap because it doesn't say 18 karat? Case diameter 22 mil. So see, this is much smaller. Much smaller, which would be okay for Bree. Tiny for Bree is a good thing. Okay. Oh, it's a pawn shop in Japan. Okay, we've got a decision to make here, folks. First of all, let me mark this. Do we think that we can assume... Unfortunately, I can't read the back of this to know if it says 18K. Can anybody make that out? I can't make it out as to whether or not it says 18K on the back. It's obviously a small lady's watch, and it looks like it's got all the documentation. I think it is cool. I think that is cool. Can we assume that that is 18 karat yellow gold? Please let me know in the chat. Can we make that assumption here, folks? I love it. And I think the fact that it's small is good. Good for the lady Brianna. Let's see here. Year production unknown. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Case looks solid gold to me. Better serve. If you have to check that the buckle isn't, you have to check that the buckle isn't gold plated. I much prefer. Yeah, but how are we going to check these things? How are we going to check these things? I mean, do I contact the seller and take you know, and go that route. Looks like it matches in the color. I mean, you can't really tell these things, but I mean, it looks like it matches. And it looks like that's a crocodile strap. It looks like this might be a legit piece. Let's see here. How do I contact the seller? Contact seller. Okay. All right. Question about the item. Okay. All right. Send message. Is the case and buckle I should say are the case and buckle both both 18 karat gold? Question. Okay, let me see if you're saying anything else. Send a message to the seller or look on the reference number for more info elsewhere. Okay. All right. All right. I sent the question to him just so that we can get the time running on this. And let's go back to the item. And let me know, folks, if there's anything else that you guys look like you can dig up. There's a suggestion in here, send a message to the seller or look up reference number for more info elsewhere. Let's see. Here's the reference number. Let's do some research on that. Reference number. You guys see that there? GTAS 008 4J81. Can you guys see if you can find anything out on that reference number? That would be really cool if somebody can pull that up. It's a little awkward for me to do it during the broadcast. Let's see. Okay, Japan has been great for buying used watches. My questions have been answered in a timely fashion, and my requests for close-up photos have always been honored. Let's see. Tell them you're North American marketing president for Grand Seiko. There you go. Oh, it's a shame that it doesn't look like Brianna's in here to comment on it. We really should get her comment. I'm going to see if I can text her to look at it, to look at the picture. You look at the Credor. Okay, on the screen. On the show. Now. Okay. All right, let me put it back on the screen, and hopefully she will take a look. Oh, out getting some vitamin D. Oh, okay, Bree says I like it. Okay, good. All right, so can you see it? Are you out in the sunlight? Is it washed out? Can you get in the shade and really get a good look at it? I'm going to leave it on the screen here. Oh, and let's zoom in. Oh, it's not really letting me zoom in anymore on that. That's really not any bigger. It's actually bigger like that. So yeah, let me see here. Command. How do we? I forget how to zoom in on this thing on the monitor. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so let's see here. I found a picture of the case back of the same Credor. It says 18K on the back. Okay, very good, Lance. Very good. Lance, any information on this movement that's in this watch? Is it one of the pretty solid, like well built, like with a metal base plate and all that stuff, like the ones we saw in the pictures that you sent me? Is this like a similar, fairly robust movement in this watch? Any information that you can get on that would be cool. I can see the movement number on the dial there, but I can't read it. It's that number right there, but I can't really read it. And then I don't know, is this 4J81? Is that the movement? 4J81? Maybe that's the movement. Let's see. Nice work, Lance. This is Jaden. Yeah, Lance is no joke. Sometimes a pawn shop gets something like this, and they just want to blow it out. You know, they're not really in the watch business per se, and you know they got it in, and somebody didn't pay the bill, you know, their loan or whatever. I mean, you know, hey, the item's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. So sometimes you get a better deal from that type of a situation than somebody who's a straight up watch dealer. So that might be why this is a pretty good deal. And I agree 100% with Lance. I like it saying Credor, straight up Credor on the dial. And I'm pretty sure those indices and those hands are 18 karat gold as well. I'm waiting for some more. I'm tempted to just offer $750 for this thing and call it a day. I really don't want to lowball them much more. I'd kind of like to get this thing. Let me know what you guys think. Should we just pull the trigger and just stop beating around the bush? I love the look of this watch. And if Leslie's still there, if Leslie's still hanging around, I think 22 mil would be fine. I think it'd be very elegant to have a nice small watch, you know, when you're going out to dinner and, you know, you just want something elegant. I think that would be pretty freaking cool. Now let's look through the photos one more time here. It looks like it would lay pretty flat on her wrist. And it's got a bunch of holes there, so it looks like it could get tight enough on her wrist, probably. And, of course, we can get a custom strap from HD Straps to solve that issue as far as if the strap isn't sized right. Strap looks like being in really good shape. See, I think having a watch pretty small is very appropriate for a lady. I'm not really all that excited about ladies wearing huge watches. Now, if they're at a sporting event or something at a polo match and they're wearing their boyfriend's watch while he plays polo, I mean, that's always cool, right? You always see the girls on the sideline wearing, the players' Rolexes while they're playing. That's a thing. But not when you're going out to dinner and all that. Best option, yes, is Jaden. $750 is a good price to offer. That is a great deal. I would just get it. So in other words, get it for $866, or would you offer $750? I believe it uses a Credor 7-jewel 4J81 quartz movement. Okay. Is that one pretty solid? Is it like mostly metal and stuff, not a lot of plastic in it, Lance? Can you, because it does say 4J81 here on the reference number. Can you try to find a picture of that movement and see if it's pretty solid? Craig, if you buy this watch for Bree, will the hunt be over for good? Well, I don't know about that. You can always upgrade, right? But I think for now she'd be good with having a nice, elegant dress watch, a grab-and-go dress watch, and then the Apple Watch for work purposes. Not bad for a first gold watch, says Bree-Fit Dance. I would say that's not bad. I would say it's not bad at all. I think Leslie found a stunner. So is the consensus is the consensus that we assume that it's 18 karat gold and offer $750 and call it a day? What do you think? What do you think? I think Kyle wants us to just buy it for $866. How much is shipping again? $49 shipping. So let me know. Let me know, Kyle. What do you think? What do you think? Should we go with Leslie's idea and just offer them $750? And I don't see a report on the movement. I would like to know that this is basically all metal components and everything, you know, like their typical robust movements that are really well made. See, quartz movements are one of two ways. They're either really well made and robust, like the 9F movements, or they're kind of like plasticky, kind of almost throwaway quality movements. And I'm guessing that this is not that. I'm guessing that this is a high quality movement, very similar to the 9F movements. Okay, I'm still looking here for more information popping into the chat. I'm going to have to reload this because I think something's happening here where I'm not getting the messages maybe. I'm not seeing any new messages in the chat. High quality movement. Okay, there we go. Well, that is the last comment. At 6:01 was not bad for a first gold watch. Let's see. Sent a photo of the 4J81 movement. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And okay, well, here's another Credor also. Let's look at this, and then we'll look at the other one. Here's the oh, it looks like the same watch, but this one says Seiko on it. Here's a similar watch. I shouldn't say same. Here's a similar watch. $21.8 mil. So what's the price on this one? Oh, sold out. Okay, so they don't have any of these. It's a shame this doesn't show a picture of the movement. Why isn't this loading? Why isn't that picture loading? Well, I guess it's not going to load. Oh, it loads up top. Okay. Oh, I like that. I like the way it says Credor in there. That's kind of cool. I wonder if the one on the subject watch looks like that. Let's keep an eyeball on that and see if this one looks similar. Yeah, it's kind of the same shape. I think that's the factory clasp. See it from the inside. Oh. It's hard to tell. I think it's the correct factory clasp. This one looks a little bit different, but not that much different. Kind of the same shape. I think it's a good looking piece. All right, let's go back to the email and look at this movement. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That looks robust. That's no joke. It absolutely looks robust. I'm liking that. I'm absolutely liking that. Okay, look at the buckle pic of the link I sent. Okay, yes, that's what we did. I think it's cheap because Credor isn't as popular globally. The demand for them. Okay, Kevin, do you miss having a 9F? 9F is a cool movement. Do I miss it? Not really, because my 231 is also epic. And then, of course, this watch speaks for itself. So, yeah, I'm pretty content, to tell you the truth. Kevin's in the house. I think it's okay. You already read that. Look at the book. Okay. Is ISN low? Kevin, what's that mean? It's really nice for a first high-end watch, says Kyle. I think Leslie found a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I tell you what, I'm more impressed with you guys all the time. You regulars here in the channel, you come through. You come through in a pinch. You absolutely come through in a pinch. Now let's talk about the size. 22 mil. Am I correct in assuming that a petite young lady with a 5.75 inch wrist, that would look pretty stunning on wrist? Am I correct in assuming that? Do let me know. Do let me know what you think. Let's see. And I like the simplicity of it. I like it. It looks like to me the bezel is really just all part of the case. I don't even see a seam between the bezel and the case. I think that's cool. Now, there might be a seam there, but I sure as heck don't see it. And I like that look. I like that just simple, robust look. Nice rounded case, nice rounded lugs. I could use a little more taper into the case, from the lug into the case, but that would be nitpicking. All in all, I think it's pretty freaking amazing. And I even like that strap. You know, I'm a fan of a black strap with a yellow gold watch. And yeah, I think it's pretty amazing. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what other feedback we get on the sizing. And I think I'm going to suggest a price. I think I'm going to suggest $750 and see what they say. Maybe they'll come back and say you can have it for $800 and we'll do it. And Bree, what do you think? Do you like the watch? I think she said she likes it. That picture's not that great. I mean, it's just not a good picture, but okay, 22 million. Yes, Craig, that's an undisputable stunner. Okay, we got an upvote. Okay, we got one upvote. And I like the fact that it's coming with some paperwork. I think it's a bit on the small side, but to use as a dress watch for special occasions, it should work on Bree. I think it would look elegant. Good points, Kyle. Good points. And if she had like a nice yellow gold bracelet on the other wrist, I think that would accent it very nicely. Maybe a nice gold chain around the neck. She's already got her chain with the B logo. Craig, she wants an Able Sports Classic with a pink dial and diamonds. Yeah, probably not. 22 is going to be very small, says Jipu. Yes, I think it is small. Absolutely. But, ladies' dress watches, I think that's what the classic ladies' dress watch is supposed to be. That Credor is stunning, but I think that the dial on the other one looks a little better. I do like the dial on the other one. I absolutely like the dial on the other one. But I like the dial on this one, and I like the fact that it just says Credor. I agree with Lance on that. Lambert Starr, the Credor is an old lady watch. No, come on. Come on. Yeah, that's really small, says Jason. But understand that there's not much bezel there. There's not much bezel there, so I think it'll be very legible. And it's a very simple watch, right? It's just a three-hand watch. And so I think it would do the trick as far as functionality. Let's see. Terry N says 22 is too small for a young woman. See, I don't feed into this big watch craze that's going on right now, where a lot of ladies are wearing like men's watches and all this stuff. I think it looks silly, especially when they're dressed up nice. She should save up for a 36 millimeter modern watch made on watch perpetual. No. No, solid gold oyster perpetual. We talked about that yesterday. Would be a lot more money, and also she'd get bracelet stretch issues if she wore it all the time. And an automatic watch, you'd have to wear it all the time, otherwise it would keep stopping. So that's a big issue. Jipu's in the house. Craig, draw a 22 millimeter circle on Bree's wrist to see if she would like it. Jipu, draw. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that, see, you guys are confusing the use case here. The use case on this watch would be when she's dressed up nice and going out to dinner, going out dancing, whatever. In that scenario, I think the smaller the watch, the better. I think it's a plus to have a very small, elegant watch. I think somebody wearing a big watch in that scenario looks freaking goofy for a woman to wear a big watch. If she's wearing like an evening gown and she's going out to dinner, I think it looks absolutely ridiculous. For example, if she was wearing like a 36 mil date 8, right? I think it almost looks clownish. I'm very old-fashioned when it comes to stuff like that. I think that just looks goofy. Can you imagine a woman wearing like a really nice, black evening dress, formal dress with some white pearls and a nice bracelet on one hand and a freaking like 18 karat gold Submariner as her watch? I think it would look kind of silly. Let's see. Jason, I very rarely see any girls wearing something that small, but hey, if she likes it. Okay. And Lambert Star, seriously, Craig, look into the Ebel Sports Classic with the pink dial, only 2200. Send me an email. Send me the link. I'll look at it. Jipu, as long as she can read the time. She said she has no problem reading, anything close. Let's see, Jipu, as long, okay, we read that. All right, well, evening gown. I guess I will just make an offer of $750 and see what they say. That Credor is a watch Mia Farrow would wear, not a girl in 2020. Well, I don't want her, I don't think it makes sense for her to emulate a lot of the girls in 2020. A lot of the girls in 2020 have no style. They have no class. I think it would be much better if she emulates like Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, some people with some style and some class. Yeah. And not these people that are like full of tattoos and have like stretched earlobes, with the big holes in the ear and all that kind of stuff going on. Yeah, I don't think that would be a good move. So put www. in front of this address. Why? Why? I don't know what that's all about. Let's see. Craig is spot on with small watches. It's elegant, says Kevin. Well, yeah, I'm always right. Right? Leslie says, Craig, I sent an email of a model wearing a 24 millimeter all gold Rolex just to give people an idea of what small watches looks like on a girl. Okay. Leslie bringing some facts into the discussion. Some absolute facts. It's what we like. We like a beautiful young lady that can bring facts into the question here. Bring some facts into the question. Yeah, it looks absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And so 24 mil is pretty close to 22. So yeah, I think it would look stunning. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, why not? Let's see. John's in the house. Could see her with a gold G-Shock, a gold G-Shocker. Okay. After seeing Bree cleaning, I think she has the wrist to accommodate 36 millimeter. Everybody wants big watches. Leslie says, I think it looks great. Yeah, see, Leslie's got some class, folks. Start listening to Leslie. Jeepu's in the house. Bree has tiny wrists. Not as small as Leslie, though. In the race for the smallest wrist, Leslie wins at 5 inches, and Bree is 5 3/4 inches. Still very tiny. I mean, they look very, very tiny. So, yeah, I don't think you can have a watch too small on a wrist that size. I'm going to make an offer. I think I'm going to make a command decision here and make an offer on this stunner. Suggest a price. Oh, the seller does not accept price suggestions. Oh, well, that solves that problem. It's full tilt or nothing. It's 866 or nothing, folks. It's an all or nothing proposition. That watch in the picture is the Holy Grail female watch, all gold, oyster petrol. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess so. Where did I put it? Where did I leave it? Oh. Yeah. Absolutely. There you go. Okay. All gold, oyster petrol. Power move, Craig. Jaden says, okay, what would be the power move, Jaden? Talk to me. What's the power move? We're all over the place here on our discussion, so you have to be specific. Terry's in the house. Terry's crying. He's literally crying. Okay, I don't know what we do at that point. And Bree has disappeared completely. The topic of discussion, the lovely lady Bree, has disappeared entirely from the discussion, from the equation here. But she said she's out and about, so that could explain that. All right, we're waiting for Jaden to clarify power move. And now we need some more information. It's a Japanese dealer. They rarely accept price suggestions. It's a pawn shop. Lance says, sent a link to an 18-karat gold watch that's even cheaper, making the offer, but that was anticlimactic. Yeah, I mean, they don't accept it. Craig should invite Leslie to teach us guys how to buy women's watches. Well, yeah, Leslie could definitely straighten you guys out, a little bit. Absolutely. She could do that. You get you guys over the big watch craze. Sometimes bigger is better, but not always. Yeah, this one is cheaper. This one is cheaper, but I think it's a little bit ugly. I think it's a little bit on the fugly side. So, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, that's I can see why it's cheaper. It's just kind of an ugly watch, I think. So, yeah. But it's not absolutely hateful. But after seeing the Credor, I think it's anticlimactic. It does look like it has a similar strap. And this one's 21 mils. 21 mils. So there you go. See where this one's located. Available now. Oh, they're in New York. All right, well, I mean, I'm not going to poo-poo it right out of hand. I'll let you guys chime in. Chime in the chat what you think about the Longines. The Longines 18 karat gold. Octagon 18 karat gold. Let's see. Longines. My grandma wore Credor. You mean with it? See? John, your grandma probably had a lot of class, a lot of style. Let's see. Buserv says Longines watches can be real stinkers. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I've no doubt there. Okay, let's get back to the watch at hand. Here's the watch at hand. There's the watch at hand. So, the plot thickens. Let's see. Craig, you're the kind of guy that puts 2 locks on the family goat before coming into the house. Not sure what that means. But I do measure 7 times and cut once usually. So, okay, guys, come on, chime in. What do we do here? They will not accept suggested prices. They're at $866 plus shipping. $866 plus $49 shipping. For the stunner, Craig, offer $400 for the Longines. I think we've kind of decided against the Longines for now, Lance. Hey, but chime in. I got Lance's opinion. Lewis is in the house. Credors are as good as the 9F. No need to look at inferior quartz watches from other brands. Lewis R. I hear you. Measure 1,000 times, cut once. That's not a bad move. That could be a good move too. Pull the trigger at 866. Jaden. Okay, we've got a vote to pull the trigger at 866. Pull the trigger at 866. Kevin's in the house. Credor. Craig seems to be a rich man. He can buy a nice Bentley watch for his sugar baby. What's a Bentley watch? Are they real tacky? I don't think we would buy something like that. Bree would frown for Longines. I think we buy it, says Kyle. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to see if Bree can call in. Can you Skype in? Let's see if she's back from her walk and she can Skype in. I don't know if she can or not. Let's see. I think we buy it. I think it would probably be me buying it. Yeah, I doubt that anybody else is going to help out with that. But that'd be nice if they did. Okay. Let's see. If it were anyone else but you, Craig, I would have bought it under you. So, Jaden, do you actually have a home for this particular watch? Because it would be gentlemanly of me to allow a subscriber to buy the watch and enjoy it. I would absolutely be gentlemanly enough to do that. The Credor will be a lifetime watch. Yes, it sure could be. Yes, with that robust movement, it sure could be. Lambert Starr, John Brogan, Bree wants a new, modern fashion watch, not the watch the wrist of an old lady that just... Lambert Starr is making some stupid comments. Okay, Glenn Kitchen. Is Credor a better made watch than a Grand Seiko? Not necessarily, no. Not necessarily. Credor makes different lines of watches. They make some of their ones that are like, what's that studio called? The studio where they really make the super limited edition ones. I mean, some of those are just insanely expensive. A lot of their watches are not that. yeah, they make, it's kind of confusing. There's some Credors out there that are pretty marginal, I think, and then some that are pretty good, and then some that are just amazing. They're not all the same. I don't think. Well, yeah, Steve, for dealing a newer GS, they don't have anything like this. I wish they did. That's why I bought that gold stunner that I bought, that I've since sold, that one with the 9F movement, the gold stunner, because they had nothing like that in the U.S. A lot of these watches are Japanese market only watches, and you'll never see them come to the U.S. unless you buy them like this, from out of Japan. I bought the other one out of Japan. Number star, that's why I said Breitling watch. They make Bentley of watches. It's for the classy. Yeah, I would pass on all that. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm waiting for any other feedback here on what we should do. Don't you mean Bentley? Yeah. I would probably pass on the whole Bentley thing too, unless you want to spend a bloody fortune on maintenance. Best go with a Lexus. Get a Lexus LS sedan and call it a day. All right, we're coming up on 1 hour of a live broadcast, and we're going to have to make a decision here. We're going to have to make a decision on what to do. Credor underwent a big change to uber high-end, but the older quartz Credor are as good as 9F. They are inexpensive because no one knows about them, says Lewis R. Okay. There you go. That's always good. It's always good to get something because nobody knows about it. I think that's a good-looking piece. I think Leslie found a good-looking piece here. But we're going to hang in here a little while longer and see if we hear from the lovely lady Brianna and see what she thinks about the Credor. I'm going to send her the link. Let's see. I'm going to email her the link. And see what she says. Okay. All right. So, Bree, I did send you the link. So we'll see if we hear from her. Oops. So in the meantime, I shouldn't be showing my email inbox. Not that there's anything interesting there. Okay. Get rid of that. And let's go back here to the watching question. Let's see. Clear your search. Okay. Craig, I have 5 sisters. None of them would want that Credor. They would prefer a $300 guest watch instead. Well, you got to, get them some couth. Get them some couth. Watch some old Grace Kelly movies with them. Watch any movies with Audrey Hepburn and or Katharine Hepburn. Yeah, do that. That'll help them out. That'll get them on the right track. Okay. Watch the Philadelphia Story with Katharine Hepburn. That'd be a good starting point. Heck, watch... Oh, you can't watch Gone with the Wind anymore. I think they took that out of the lexicon. Let's see here. Lance sent a link to a gold Zenith. Okay. Credors were primarily quartz until Seiko revived the GS line in mechanical movements, but they were always high-end and quality, says Lewis R. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. We're getting more and more information all the time. More and more information all the time. Let's look at this Zenith. Let's look at the Zenith. This one is 14 karat gold. Yeah, this one looks out of proportion. This one, see how big the crown looks? It just looks really goofy. Really out of proportion for some reason. So yeah, let's look this over a little bit. Yeah, and the really squared off lugs, I'm not a big fan of. I just don't like the proportions of this watch. It doesn't look elegant at all. It looks like it's a high quality piece though, but yeah, they just screwed up the design. They screwed up the design on that one. Okay. Let's see here. Kyle says, I was told growing up that couth was not a word, but uncouth was. In fact, it is underlining the word as misspelled right now. Okay. So maybe we should say some panache, some style, some class. Okay. That's interesting that couth is not a word, but uncouth is. Okay. Let's see. That Zenith has too many miles on it. Okay. Jaden bringing in some information here. All right. Well, we might have to table this whole discussion until tomorrow's show because I'm not hearing from the lovely Lady Bree. So we might have to table this conversation. Let's see. Darn it. I showed my wife the watch, and now she's interested in a Credor. Lambert Star, Catherine Hepburn, see, I told you that Credor is a mere Pharaoh watch. Please just consider the Able Sports Classic. Take a look at it, and let's see what the others think of it. Send me the link, Lambert. Send me the link. You see how everybody's doing. They're sending me the link, and then I'm showing it on the screen. That's how this whole thing works. So just send the link. It's my name at gmail.com. CraigShipp@gmail.com. Ship has 2 P's. And that's how this whole thing works. Yeah. So, watch. We just started watching To Catch a Thief with Cary Grant and Grace Kelly. And that's a good one to watch if you want to figure on like elegance and class and style and all those kinds of things. Take a look at To Catch a Thief with Cary Grant and Grace Kelly. Actually, watch any of Cary Grant's movies too. You won't do bad watching those. Yeah, most people these days they pretty much don't have a clue when it comes to style, elegance, that sort of thing. The vast majority. We're talking about the 1% here that have this sort of thing figured out. That would be 1 out of 100, yeah. And maybe it's 1/10 of 1%. Maybe it's 1 out of 1,000 that have it figured out. Let's see here. Kyle says, I think you should make an executive call here. Just hit the buy button on that. I love how it has all the box and literature. I hate to do it, though, without the nod from Bree. She kind of said she liked it earlier, but I'd kind of hate to buy it and have her say, well, no, I really didn't like it. Let's see. I'm going to say or. Okay. All right. We'll hang in here just a little while longer and see if we hear from the lady in question and see if she thinks we should lock and load on this. I thought she said she liked it. Yeah, she did, but it was kind of like, I don't think it was like a real committal, I like it. I think it was kind of like, I like it. I don't think it was a real strong, oh, I like it type of thing from what it looked like to me in the chat. So, yeah. Let's see. Not getting much other input, folks, from other people. Everybody else is kind of sitting on the sideline and not getting a bunch of additional input here. By the way, as far as you guys know, is it kind of safe to assume that the indices and the hands and everything are all gold? Can we pretty safely assume that? I know the definition of assume is make an ass out of you and me if we assume something. But maybe in this case, these things are. It looks like they are. I'd hate to have them be plated something and then start like rusting and all that kind of stuff. Lambert Starr says, Craig, I'm a big fan of Grace Kelly, seen all her movies, but I know girls like Bree, you gift her that Credor and she will re-gift it to her mom, I promise you. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see about that. Women can be so complicated. If I say I like something, that means buy it for me, says Louis R. John Brogan, I would find what's a Nixon or Breitling for her. Lance says, sent a link to an Ebel with a deployant clasp. Okay. All right, let's take a look at that. Whoops, why do I keep doing that? I shouldn't keep showing the inbox. Shouldn't show that. Okay. Okay. Here John sent a G-Shock. Let's take a look at this. We got a couple links here to look at while we're killing time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what a lot of these ladies these days would wear. I agree. These ones that are full of tattoos and everything and like nose rings and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they would definitely be wearing that kind of thing. Absolutely. 100%. Wow. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, okay. That's not working. Okay. Okay, here's the Ebel. Let's look at this. Tinker Gold Ladies Watch. Okay, this is kind of ugly. This is a little bit on the ugly side. I would even say fugly side. But it is nice that it has a deployant clasp, but that is one ugly watch. How in the world did they... My goodness, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? And they could have at least put it on a black strap. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Jason, I think Lambert might be right. I work around a lot of young women. A lot of them do have class. And I never really see them wearing anything like that. Anything like what? Anything like what? You got to be specific. Are you talking about anything like the watch we're talking about here? Well, yeah. I mean, you're not going to see anybody wearing that watch because there are very few of them over here in the States. I can guarantee you that. You're not going to run into somebody wearing a watch like that. You're not going to run into somebody wearing a watch like this either. This 002 that's on my wrist right now. You ain't running into anybody wearing that. I can tell you that right now. You probably won't run into anybody wearing a 231. That's probably not going to happen either. Not very many of these puppies around, folks. Okay. Word on the street is Lambert is Lamont's dad. Leslie is sending one more, Craig. Check your email. Okay. Yeah, because Bree says, okay, she can't call right now. She must be engaged. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, here's from John. He's putting the link in the subject. Put it in the body of the email. I can't click on the link in the subject. It has to be in the body of the email. Okay? So I can't, that's not a clickable link when you put it there. Okay, here's another link of a watch. I can't Skype in, sorry, but I do like the Credor. Okay, good. Okay, so she said she likes the Credor. Okay, here we go. This is, again, we're looking at a watch that's been hit with an ugly stick. And, yeah, that would be a total fail. Total fail. I don't think it's a good idea for anybody to wear an ugly watch. I think there are too many options out there for watches that are decent. I think everybody should pass on the ugly watches. Okay, let's look at what Leslie sent in. Okay. I'm not a fan of the exposed screws on the front. I know some people like those, but I'm never a fan of that scenario. I kind of like the dial, but yeah, the exposed screws, I really think those kind of kill the look for me. But it's not hateful. It's not hateful. It looks like, is that at the point clasp? Yeah. Whoa, that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat, the point clasp. But, yeah, I still think the Credor gets the nod here. And here's the thing. The deployant clasp is not as big an issue for... is not as big an issue for a occasional use watch, right? If it's an occasional use watch, I think that you are okay with a conventional clasp. Let's see what we got here. What size is this one? It's in San Diego. 25 mil. Mother pearl. Okay, let's not totally poo-poo this one. Let's not totally poo-poo it. Let's not totally poo-poo this watch. Because I do, thinking about it twice, I do like that deployant clasp. Maybe I could get over the screws. I don't know, though. I don't know if I can get over the screws. And I don't know what quartz movement it has in it. It might have kind of like a plasticky, kind of junky movement in it. So I'm not so sure about that. What's his email? It's my name at gmail.com. CraigShipp@gmail.com. There's 2 P's in ship. CraigShipp@gmail.com. Craig, ask TGV if you can buy his 33 millimeter AP Royal Oak for Brie. Yeah, I don't think I would want a Royal Oak under any circumstances. Lewis says the screws are so 90s. Yeah, and a lot of these popular watches these days have them, right? A lot of these steel stunners that people are paying like, what, 50 grand for have those screws. So, yeah, okay. We got a link coming in. Incoming link. Okay, let me go in order here. Here's a Breitling. Okay. And yeah, that doesn't look like it's 18 karat yellow gold. So that would not be in the running. Okay, so we get rid of that one. And let's see here. Here's another one. Okay, here's another link. Okay, this one, again, does not look like it's 18 karat yellow gold. So that would be out of the consideration. Let's see what else we got here. And this is from John. Yeah, that is just kind of an ugly watch, and it looks like it's rose gold. So yeah, that would be out. So because we only want yellow gold and we don't buy ugly watches. So that would be a pass on that. That would not be something you would see Grace Kelly wear. Put it that way. Okay, John says steel is the new gold. Sheetling. Credor quartz is all metal and jeweled like the 9F. I doubt you'll find it in other watches outside of G.S. Lewis in the house. I think I agree, but we are going to wrap this puppy up. We're going to wrap it up. To be continued tomorrow. This discussion will be continued tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. In the meantime, let me show you the lovely Bree's website, BreeFitDance.com. The lady in question, BreeFitDance.com. And go there, and there's all kinds of links where you can help her produce content. There's a whole bunch of ways you can show your generosity. Nothing wrong with showing your generosity sometimes. Assuming you're out of debt and financially secure, that's the time when you can then be generous. So, on that note, we're going to wrap this puppy up. Wrap this puppy up. Click subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll know when we go live. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for the help. To be continued.